What's going on, guys? Here on the North Fork of Long Island, and figured I'd go over a couple things with you guys. Something big that's been going on this year. For the last several years, we've been using them, and they seem to just be getting better and better. Kitex. Right. They have found their way into both my bridge bag, my North Shore bag, my South Shore bag, even my inlet bag, rigging the big baits that on 1 ounce bucktail heads, fishing them. These things are great. You know, they've really just done wonders with these baits, and if you guys haven't seen them, definitely be sure to check them out. The company's called Kitech. They make an array of baits, freshwater, saltwater. This is by far my favorite. It's this pearl over the silver. These are squid scented. They're not very durable. They do, one fish really tears them apart pretty good, but you know what? It's still it's a great bait. Slowed down right now. The bite was actually phenomenal earlier on. Blitzes everywhere. We've moved off to the west now. Talk about what we're using a little bit. Just the setup in general. It's a VS200 spooled with 30-pound samurai braid. The rod of choice today was a 10'6" ODM Frontier. It's 3/4 to 4 ounce. I'm a big Lamy and CTS guy, and tell you what, I picked one of these up a couple months ago and been fishing the hell out of it, and it's really turned into a heck of a rod. Really enjoying it. It's very sensitive, very powerful rod. Casts unbelievable. My biggest downfall to it is a 2-piece rod. I'm not still big on a 2-piece. I've had it loosen up on the ferrule once or twice already, but I talked to Luke Caruso about building me a 1-piece over the winter, fusing this thing together. Section of 30-pound Seaguar fluorocarbon, our TA clip on the end there, and that was it with the Kitex. And all morning long, we put a hurting on them. Right now, the bait is very small, guys, and I can't emphasize. I'm standing out on another beach this morning, and not to toot my own horn or anything, but I was the only one hooking up out of 20 guys, and I was fishing a teaser at that point with a small deadly dick. And the reason I went with that was because the bait is all this big, and it's all this bay anchovies that are stacked up on the North Fork of Long Island right now. You got to go small. Something I emphasize to guys I take out and I guide them is being a fly fisherman. I think it's helped me when we say match the hatch. I'm not going to start throwing popping plugs when fish are pushing bay anchovies that are 1.5 inches long. It's not going to work. I'm not saying you're not going to get that 1 or 2 fish, but you're just not going to get a consistent bite. You've got to scale down your baits. These Kitechs have been pretty much a dead ringer for whatever reason. They're just a little bit bigger than some of the bigger bay anchovies that we've seen, but following the teaser, I think the fish are hitting the bigger bait because it's there. The teaser's matching the anchovy really well, which is helping out. So, just to show you what we're doing with the teaser here, we're fishing. I don't even know what they call this thing. A little anchovy imitation. And it was a little bit longer, and like I said, the bait was real small this morning, so I cut this tail down, and as soon as I did that, I started getting a lot more hits, and that really worked out good. Just to show you what we do here is I got a section of 30-pound fluorocarbon here with a dropper loop on the end, and I put a dropper loop on the other side, and I'm able to take this on and off. And in my bag I have pre-rigged teasers, so if the bait shows up it's a little bit bigger, or we end up with some sand eels or spearing, I have different colors I can try, and I don't have to keep cutting back and retying. I just tie on another teaser leader here and we're good to go. So that's a helpful hint there. You guys can pick up one of these leader wallets and have everything ready to go in there. As you can see, my bag is pretty much loaded with Kitex. We've been, like I said, I've been fishing the hell out of these things, and can't really complain. Just tons of them in here. Some popping plugs here too, but not really fishing them. So we're using those Kitex and staying with them. Different types of colors and stuff like that. Good jig head, very important, or very hard to find. There's a couple jig heads that are out on the market right now that I would strongly recommend using opposed to anything else. First off is the VMCs. You can get these at Dick's, and I think some tackle shops are starting to carry them. Great barb on them, holds the bait real well. You don't have to glue it, and hook's pretty darn strong. And that's made by VMC. The other jig head that we use quite often are the Joe bags, soft plastic heads. And Joe is actually going to start making a short shank one, which is pretty exciting because we'll be able to start using those heads more frequently than the VMC ones. The VMCs have a fatter head, you know, that arrow shape, whereas the Joe bags are more of a lima bean, a bean style, just a smaller profile. And I'm very big on profiles and matching that hatch. And I use that term. I mean, you don't hear many guys in the saltwater saying match the hatch. It's a freshwater term, but it's very important. Very, very important. Match your hatch. Match what you have in front of you. Match the type of bait you're fishing around. Be very conscious of what kind of bait you have. You know, if you're on the South Shore of Long Island or Jersey beaches and you got bunker, obviously don't be throwing some small soft plastics. You want to step up to a bigger profile. One of my favorite baits at this time of year, you know, talk about the South Shore, even the North Shore, when the bunkers are here, and there is some bunkers still floating around, not this far east, but out west, the Rapala shad wrap. They don't cast very well, okay? Also wouldn't plug, but I'll tell you something, this thing is unbelievable. But there is a little tip I'm going to share with you guys that I'm doing for years. When you get these lures, they have a lip on them that comes out like this, so it's got like an L that helps it dig down. Well, what we do is right on the corner, right on that edge, take a X-Acto knife or razor blade, and you just keep slicing away. When you get to the end, you can peel it over, and you don't have to go over to a rock and just file it down a little bit so it's smooth. And now that bait stays on top of the water. All right. I can't tell you how many guys I know that have hung some huge fish on these bugs, and I tell you what, I would definitely not leave home with that one. So make sure you got a couple of these in your bag for this fall, especially with the bunker around and starting to push up close. Hopefully we get some more fish in. We get another video or two to show you guys some action. Looks like it's starting to pick up behind me a little bit again, and we're gonna walk our way down there and trek through this boulder field. Be sure, guys, to check out 11 Step Outfitters on Facebook and on Instagram, and also one of our good friends, Rob Benz at Going East. Make sure you check him out. Big line of apparel and stuff, and big supporter of his products. Got good gear. And iBass 360 for all your freshwater and saltwater bass needs. Be sure to check out iBass 360. Guys, I hope you have a great fall run, and I hope to see you soon.